let's get a couple people in here. Waiting on that. Let me go to see my channel real quick. There I am. We will now mute, unmute this. And let's wait for some people to show up. Alrighty. So, I don't know if any of you watched the AAF last night or what, but going live, trying to make sure this works with my OBS. Waiting for more people to get in, because obviously the one watching is me, so I'm watching myself. But we will wait for more people. Doop-a-doop-a-boop. Oh, that sucks. I should really stop streaming right now. But I will wait for more people to get in here and see what goes on. If nobody shows up, and then I'll stop it prematurely. But until then, I'll be waiting. Oh, I got another like. That's always good. Thank you for the likes, people. I appreciate it. Whoa. So, let's see what I got so far here. No comments, but let's refresh this. Check on this. And I've got nobody watching right now. Alrighty. Well, this is not going very well right now. But, like I said, I'll give it more time. We'll see. We'll give it like 10 more minutes. Let's see if anybody joins. Don't tell me. It's telling me that I went live. That's hilarious if it did. Yep. My own, I forgot, I'm subscribed to myself on my other account. It actually got me to, it's actually telling me that I'm going live. Awesome. So I'm actually educated on me going live. But like I said, waiting for people to join. If they do or not, it's up to them. Hopefully they do, because it's a little awkward to just sit here and talk to nobody. But it is what it is. Just, I've got to figure out how to friggin' tell people when I'm going live, so they can see it on my my feed. Oh, alright. Well, I'll give it 9 more minutes. Give it some time. Let me see here. How long have I been live for? I've been live for 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Not too bad. Alright. Well, I'll give it a little more time. I did go live 2:48 in the afternoon, and I went last Sunday and only got a couple people. So obviously Sunday is not the day to go live, apparently. I really need to figure this out better, though. Just waiting. I wonder if it's notifying any people. Well, it just notified me, so we'll see. Huh. Alrighty. Been live for 4 minutes. Just waiting. What else do we got? Alright. Oh, hey, Gritty Giant. What's going on, man? Appreciate you popping by. Did you check the AAF out last night or no? I think I saw you in Goose's stream, to be honest with you. So, we shall see. Oh, 3 more. That's good. Thanks for banging the like button, guys. Can everybody hear me okay? Just let me know if you can or not. It should be working. Let me check my OBS real close. Sexy Goat, you're hilarious. You were kind of bored? Hey, not many people like defensive battles. I'm assuming that you got the Commanders and whatchamacallit game. Commanders and the Fleet game. So, I didn't mind it. That hit on Benavici, which is in my video, wicked hit on that dude. That dude got crushed. Sexy Goat, what's going on? Oh, I should show your comment. Sexy Goat goes penis. Let me get at least one person moderator here. Oops. Why can't I? There we are. I'll give Sexy Goat a moderator. The quarterback's... Okay, if you want to say that about Benavici and you want to say that about Matt Sims, go right ahead. I'm not going to sit there. What is it? Garrett Gilbert. I hope I got that name right. From the Apollos wasn't too bad. And Woodside was on. He made one bad pass, and you know the other one was batted and intercepted. But Woodside wasn't too bad, and he's athletic. Like you're not going to get the same quarterback play you're going to get in the NFL. But I mean to say that every quarterback sucks ass, that's a bit much, my friend. Definitely not. I'm not going to say all the quarterbacks like that, but I'd say two out of the four last night did suck ass. Gritty, not everybody's going to be a fan of it, but to me, it's football. It's decent football. If you found it boring, I can see why, especially if you had the Commander Fleet game. The Apollo game was exciting for a little bit, and then you watch them destroy the Atlanta Legends. But I enjoyed it. You know, I'd actually argue that one game was better than the Super Bowl. The only reason people might say the Super Bowl was better because there's more pomp and circumstance with it, but the game moved quickly. The first game was only 2 hours and 33 minutes long. Like, that's perfect. And it had a lot more action in it. No, I'm not a Knicks fan, Gritty. I'm a Celtics fan. I live in Connecticut, so I get both markets, so that's why I'm fans of different teams. Like, I might be a New York Giants fan, but then also be fans of teams in Boston. Yes, there were a lot of sacks in the Fleet game. Demontre Moore got a sack. That dude that blasted fucking Benavici off the edge. I think his name was Woodside or Woodson. That was hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, well, I mean, being a Knicks fan, yeah, I hear you. But so is, what's his face there? Entertainer Talking Sports. Which he's actually going to be going live in about less than an hour. Yeah. That would definitely get a flag in the NFL, don't you think? That hit. But hey, I'll talk. Hey, Gritty, you want to talk Knicks? By all means, I'll talk Knicks. Oh, absolutely. They'd get him for. I don't think they'd get him for the initial hit because it really wasn't high. It was in his chest. But they would get Woodson to driving him into the ground. Which, I mean, yeah, it was a big hit. But Benavici got up and played the rest of the game. And in this league, they supposedly care about their. The quarterback more, or they're trying to protect the players more, and they're obviously doing it with the no kickoff rule, which is fine with me. But Goose had a good idea. Maybe they'll implement it. He said that they should just have an opening kickoff, and that's it. Have I seen Kevin Knox at all? Here and there, highlights basically. Like, I'm not going to sit down and watch a Knicks game unless they were. Well, that's awesome. How did what's his face there? They just picked up from the Memphis Grizzlies there. Gasol. How did Gasol look in that game? I'm curious. I didn't watch the game last night because I was too busy watching. The Lakers just beat my Celtics, so that's cool. But how was Gasol in that game with the Raptors? Obviously not too well if you guys almost beat him. 7 points in 18 minutes? Okay. That's solid. That's solid. Knox had 20. Okay, Knox went off a little bit in that game. That's good. they're probably trying to slowly implement him into the offense, so that makes sense that he didn't start. What else? What else? What else? I'm eager. The team I'm rooting for is Birmingham Iron and whatchamacallit, the Memphis Express, who are coached by Mike Singletary, is actually starting in about an hour. Obviously, Chris is going to go live. I'll end this well before Chris's stream. But I thought I'd go live for a little bit. I had a little time to kill before the Birmingham Iron game, so I thought I'd go live for a little bit. I already posted a video earlier. Dennis Smith Jr. already got a new career high. Well, Dennis Smith Jr. is also probably going to get more playing time, I would imagine. You did. I think Mike Marks went to that Nelson kid a little too late in that game, to be honest with you, Sexy Goat. What ended up happening was you guys got screwed because... What up, Art? Not too bad, but going back to Sexy Goat's thing, I mean, you guys kind of got screwed in that game because Benevici should have been pulled sooner. Nelson should have... He went out there and he looked okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but you guys got screwed because Josh Johnson was supposed to be your starting quarterback. Grady Giant, my college basketball team is Connecticut. UConn Huskies, which are doing better than they have been in recent years, but still not where you want to be. But Hurley will get him. Hurley's a tough coach. Hurley will get him figured out. That's for sure. Arthur, you streamed last night, right? I should have actually... yeah, because... Yeah, you streamed last night. Sorry I couldn't make that stream, though. But I do like when you're streaming, you are entertaining, that's for sure. Kemba was awesome with Jeremy Lamb. That was the best team. Was Jeremy Lamb on that team with Kemba? I'm trying to think back. Was Jeremy... I don't think Jeremy Lamb was on that team. Was he? Well, maybe. Yes, bro. Duke and Virginia. It's all... Oh. That was a solid game till the end, I guess. Duke and Virginia. But, to be honest with you, I'm waiting for Duke. Yeah, I'll look it up after the stream. But, Duke, I've never been a Duke fan, to be totally honest with you. I'm a Connecticut fan, so obviously I have hatred for Duke. But, I mean, I can respect Mike Krzyzewski. All-time great coach, but I don't know. I've never been a Duke fan. More or less because of their fan base. Kind of like how I feel about the Patriots. Art, did you have a chance to check out the AAF last night or no? LeBron was at the Duke game last night. Interesting. Was that Duke game in was it in North Carolina or was it in Virginia? Am I a Duke fan? Hell no. I just said I wasn't. Hell no. I'm a UConn Huskies fan. From Connecticut. I don't watch the women at all. I'll tell you one thing. Women's college basketball is just so boring for me. People in Connecticut are a bunch of front runners. Can't stand UConn women's basketball. I mean, I can respect what Gino Auriemma does, but people in Connecticut, a lot of people in Connecticut are actually a bunch of front runners when it comes to rooting for stuff. That's why we don't have successful teams. Me, I'm at UCLA. You're UCLA fan. I can respect UCLA. I can respect some Bruins. So you're also a Bruins fan when it comes to um, college football, I imagine, as well. Which you probably knew more or less about Rosen when he came out last year, anyways. What is it? 3 o'clock? How long have I been going for? 15 minutes. All right. Yes, college football. Awesome. That's cool. That's cool. Well, Art, I'll give you a. I mean, it's your floor. Oh, Sexy Goat's back. Sweet. Doesn't UConn women's team win every year? No, they've actually lost in the championship the last 2 years, Sexy Goat. But that is funny. You say that because it does feel like that. I don't enjoy domination like that in sports, to be totally honest with you. But more or less, I like to root for the underdog, or just root for my team in general. You know what I'm saying? So tonight, Lakers Sixers tonight, 12:30 here in LA. All the trade acquisitions are playing. It should be a good game. Yeah, it should be a good game. But what up, QC? Welcome, welcome, welcome. But Lakers Sixers, that should be a solid game. Lakers definitely looked better against the Celtics, but the Sixers probably play a little bit better defense than the Celtics do as of late. Celtics actually have not been good defensively at all this year. It feels like every game I watched, it's like 125 to 120 or some crazy score. Even last night when they lost, it was like, what, 120 to like 112? Something stupid. It was ridiculous. My Celtics have not been consistent at all this year. It's because they really can't settle on a starting five, to be honest with you. A lot of people think Brad Stevens is overrated, but I think he's a pretty good coach. He does make decent in-game adjustments. It's just a matter of his players executing. Other than that, I mean, well, I know Sexy Go already answered the question. Gritty Giant already answered the question. I know I have Arthur in here, and then obviously QC just joined. But did anybody else watch the AAF last night besides me and everybody else? Doesn't seem. Well, Sexy Go likes the Fleet, and I know Gritty Giant wasn't too crazy about the product, so. But we don't even have to talk about the AAF. But I like it, so I'm going to continue to watch it. I hope everybody does, but, you know, to each their own. How long have I been going for? I'll probably go for another 10 minutes or so. And then get off. I think my kid just woke up, so. You watched a bit of it. I enjoyed what I saw. Nice to have football in the NFL. I agree, QC. I agree. I can't complain. I didn't, bro, but I heard it was uneventful. But I like it because it's sports, you know? I hear you, Arthur. I definitely hear you on that. I mean, it makes total sense. But I think I don't see how a 40-point game could be uneventful. 46 game could be uneventful. But it sounds like a lot of people got Commander's Fleet versus Apollo Atlanta Legends. And I could see how people could say the Fleet and the Commanders game was uneventful, but it really wasn't. There was sacks in that game. People got friggin' destroyed. Yeah, I agree. That one TD catch was a nice play. It was like a G League for football. See, Sexy Go. People keep saying that comment and keep saying that comment. What's wrong with the G League? Like, I think this league can be successful because if you know how they get their players, it's an allocation system. So each team has an allocation of, like, I think 10 to 15 colleges they can get players from. Look at how many players from college don't go to the NFL or go to the NFL and quickly get cut. And not because the guys can't play. It's either because they get injured and the NFL doesn't, that particular team doesn't want to wait for the injury, so they cut them. Or they, or they're just loaded at position and just think that kid's lesser of that kid, even without even actually giving him eye. In my other video, if you look about I talk about the Birmingham Iron. Go look in the description to that video. There's a video that Joe Pedri did. He's the GM of the thing, but he explains the allocation system, and I'm telling you right now, it's a good system. It's going to be solid. It'll be tough for us to win as Sixers because Sixers play a little bit better than Celtics. Lakers need to win. Sixers play a little better than Celtics. Lakers need to win this game. You know, the Lakers need the game more than the Sixers do. Absolutely. And the Celtics has just been way too up and down this season. You know, I hope the Celtics after the All-Star break can become more consistent because that's all they need. Well, that's good. I'm liking the league as well. But I'm curious to see how the Birmingham Iron do today. They're going to be an interesting squad. They've got a good offensive line, supposedly. People really don't know a lot about Luis Ortiz, their quarterback, because they do have Billy Sims and Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is going to be the starter, it sounds like. And then, obviously, they have Trent Richardson at running back. So, I'm eager to see how the Birmingham Iron do. Or Birmingham Iron. I keep saying the Birmingham Iron. Like an idiot. But, how long have I been going for? 21? Yeah, I'll go for another 10 minutes. Because Entertainment Talking Sports actually going to be... He's actually going to be doing that game. The Birmingham Iron and the... Whatchamacallit. I was thinking about live streaming it myself, but... I really just... With kids, it's so hard to sit here and live stream. Especially with a 2-year-old. Real hard to live stream. Offensive line of the Fleet and the Commanders played pretty bad. Yeah, definitely. Commanders obviously played a little bit better than the Fleet, but absolutely. There was the quarterbacks were constantly under duress last night. But like I stress, look for the team in the league that has the best offensive and defensive line. And honestly, not to toot my own horn, but I think it's going to be either the Atlanta Hotshots or the Birmingham Iron. You know, they're filled with former Alabama players. I just think there's going to be a lot of continuity on that line, and I think the Birmingham Iron are actually going to be a pretty good team because I think they can dominate the line of scrimmage. And a lot of people overlook that. I'm just curious to see how this league plays out, to be totally honest with you. Because a lot of people knock it, but if you look at the Apollos game last night, and I said it in my video that I posted earlier, Travis Gervin, the linebacker for the Apollo, had a pick six. He had 2 interceptions in that game, 1 for a pick six. But they're already talking about that dude going back to the NFL. The difference is with the player contracts, each player makes $250,000, $83,000. That works out to $83,000 a year, and they're non-guaranteed contracts. So at the end of this season, if an NFL team wants to go make an offer to a current guy on an AAF team, they can, which is really interesting. So some of these guys might just go back to the NFL because now they have game tape that the NFL teams can watch and make a decision on. Yeah, QC, you picking a team? Yeah. Well, QC, let me ask you. What team are you a fan of? And I can actually suggest a team that you might... I can suggest a team that you might actually want to root for. That's a legit system. Good for them. I like the path of opportunity. Yeah, same here. I do like the path of opportunity as well. And I like the fact that everybody thinks that like this is the G League, but there's going to be constant turnover on these rosters. You're a Vikings fan. So, this is pretty cool. There's 4 NFL teams that are allocated to one of the 8 teams. Climax TV, I'm a Saints fan, so tell me mines. I believe I believe it either be Memphis Express. I'd have to look. I have to look at teams that are allocated though. Although I'm rooting for Atlanta and they got destroyed. Yeah, I hear you. But going back to QC, the Vikings, I don't know who they're allocated to, but let's say the Vikings, in the preseason have a bunch of guys play. Obviously, they cut down. Any of those guys that cut can possibly, obviously NFL teams might want to pick them up, but if nobody picks them up, they can be allocated to a certain team, and whatever team that may be, they'll have that first chance of picking that player up. So you have to go look, but if you go to the AAF site and then just go through the teams, there's only 8 to go through, it will tell you the list of schools that they can get players from, and then the NFL teams, which is basically a second allocation that they can pull players from if that player is cut and no other NFL team gives that player or tries to pick up that player. So that is really, really, really interesting. Like, Washington Redskins are probably going to cut Josh Johnson. He could be the backup. But, like, if the Washington Redskins cut Josh Johnson, he's instantly going to be picked up in the in that league. So, yeah, Atlanta got smacked last night. They have Brad Childress and Michael Vick as their offensive coordinator. But I think they should start Aaron Murray. I mean, he's an athletic QB. I have no idea why they're starting Matt Sims. Matt Sims is garbage. All the Sims are garbage except for Phil Sims, to be totally honest with you. Guys, most of you have, but if you're new in the chat, go ahead and bang that like button. But I only have 3 people watching me, so. But the 3 people that are watching me, I appreciate you. It goes up to 4 every once in a while. LOL, Brad Children. You found me a team. Joke, haha. Yeah. The Atlanta Legends. I guess I could. Why not? I guess I could see which team is allocated real quick. But my guess would probably be the Atlanta Legends. Let's see. That's so stupid. Schedule roster. Not seeing anything. Oh well. Back to the chat. Actually, let me type that in real quick. Let me open up a new page. AF list allocation. Why can't I find a list of teams? This sucks. Oh yeah, here we are. Let me go, let me just quickly check around real quick. Nope. I'm just gonna check the, that wouldn't make any sense. Nope. Alright, let me go check the chat real quick. How many teams? I have to do my homework on the AAF. 8 teams, like Sexy Goat said. There's 8 teams. The top 2 teams from each conference go to the playoffs, and then obviously you have the championship game. I'm actually checking for you real quick, to be honest with you. I knew it wasn't going to be the Birmingham Arrow. Alright, when did I check that? I already checked the Atlanta Legends, Memphis Express. Nope. Orlando Apollos. That would make sense, but no. Salt Lake City Stallions. It's got to be them. Yep. So some of the foreign players that might be on. So Matt Asiata is the running back for the Salt Lake Stallions. The Salt Lake Stallions play the Hot Shots today. So actually, the QC, you might want to check out the Salt Lake City Stallions. They play tonight against the Atlanta Hot Shots. So, and Matt Asiata is obviously the running back there. So you have a Vikings tie. And any Viking players that are cut and not picked up by other NFL teams have possibly being allocated to the Salt Lake City Stallions, because the Salt Lake City Stallions get the first pick. If they decide not to pick them up, then another team can pick them up. So the allocation system gives them a constant, steady stream of players. Because if you think of how many players are draft eligible coming out of college, we're talking about seniors and juniors, guys that go to the draft that don't get picked up, they have a chance to go put on tape and then get... No problem. No problem. Not a problem at all. And then just to give you a little thing. So these are some of the schools that the Salt Lake City Stallions can get players from. You have Oregon, Oklahoma State, Air Force, Arkansas, BYU, California, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah State, Arkansas. Those are some of the schools. There's more than that, but I just quickly listed off a couple of these schools that they can get players from. And then they also can get players from the Canadian Football League, and they get players from the Calgary Stampede. Not the fact that you really need to know that. But it's good to be thorough, I guess, on the information. Oh, we got 5 watching now. I appreciate everybody in here. Thank you very much. But yeah, the allocation system is really, really, really good. How long have I been going for? I said 10 more minutes, but I'm not really getting bored. What can I say? So, and Entertainer's live in 30 minutes, so I'll just stay on until Entertainer goes live and then get off. I mean, why not, right? Set up for the AAF. But if you guys have any questions about the AAF, I know Sexy Goat watched Climax Oh, you're a Saints fan, Climax TV. So yes, if I checked that correctly, let me go back real quick. I believe it was the Atlanta Legends. Maybe I could be wrong. I just checked it. See, my memory sucks. Yes. No. Yes, you will be tired for going to Climax's point. The team that you may be interested in would be the Memphis Express. They're playing today at 4 o'clock against the Birmingham Iron. And what is going on with my notifications real quick? 30 minutes. Oh. See, I need to start doing that when I go live. Giving it like a little bit of a run-up to when I go live. Let me refresh this real quick. Do. Come on, refresh, stupid computer. No, the team jerseys don't look bad. I actually liked all the jerseys last night. A lot of people don't like the Arizona Hotshots, but not that long, to be honest with you, QC. You can already go to the AAF site and get gear. Like a buddy of mine from work, he's a Tennessee Titans fan, who they're also... Alright. Oh.